think I'm very humbled by this long introduction. I'm not sure I understand every word, so that's... so
I will translate you after.
So great. So this is a fascinating speaker after me, I think. Maybe you could get my slides. Yeah, sorry. So maybe just a quick introduction before I restart with my slides. Let me first congratulate you really on this. It's my first time in Bucharest and actually in Romania. And to be totally honest, I wasn't totally sure what to expect when coming here. And I'm really impressed by the organization. I'd like to thank the Scientific Senate and the Foundation for the Future of Romania. I mean, I worked at the European Parliament and the German Parliament, and to see this level of proficiency you have here with the conference organization is really, really great. So, this is me, and now I can start with my presentation. Yes, I am, let's say, as I don't have much time, I will just highlight a few things. I cannot go into all these details, but please, you know, write me an email later or hit me up during the next sessions. But first things first, I'm really happy to be here, but this is the 11th of 11th. So what that means in my hometown, I'm from Cologne, Germany originally. And so this is how Cologne looks today, actually. This is not how Cologne looks, but I hope we will see how Cologne... So, you have actually Carnival today, the official season of Carnival. So this is normally me at this point of time. So, why am I not there? Because I really think... I really want, I'm here with you because I want to say, to me, longevity is not a luxury, it's not a privilege. I think we all need to emphasize much more, if we do much more lobbying. I mean, I'm not a researcher, I'm a lawyer by training, so to do much more lobbying on making it a reality, not just for a privileged few, but for the main society. So, one of the approaches we do is actually elaborating the right to health. So I will really go quickly through this, but just as a foundation, no one really cares about human law. Yeah, maybe that's not true, because if you really look about what you already have the rights to, you see that law actually plays an important role, and actually there is already, in the human rights, there is already a right to health. But it means very different things in very different countries. So part of our organization is making the case that we should have this right to, the right to health is evolving into the right to longevity, and that it means that also we as citizens have much more right for prevention, and also that that more money should go into research funding for longevity. So this is how it all started. Just reflecting on that, it's actually not a new concept, you know? People have thought about it always. So the theory is there, we just, I think, need enough political pressure to get it really into reality. So I just quickly go through that. That means how this right to health already now influences a lot of your lives, yeah? So that we have safe food, that we have sanitation, all that is probably enshrined also in the right to health. So I started with writing about it, what it actually means, and also arguing that today it means very different things than 50 years ago, like a lot of our rights. So let me quickly go through that, because again, in theory, it's all that, but if we see the reality, we are not there yet. So, and I think this is why that is because a lot of us think that aging still is a fate, and it's normal in a way. And I think what we need to do is to make the case that we can do something now, so we all have the duty to do something now. And it might not be so normal after all. So what we are influencing or trying to influence at the moment is to think to influence what people conceptualize as normal. So this is not aging, but this is connected to preventing climate change. And there was a groundbreaking ruling in Germany now saying we have to do more because it limits our freedom too much if we don't act now. So we try to do the same for aging, because really, what limits your freedom more than aging? So this is and basically in one sentence saying, sue your government, yeah? So please, more and more people should try to sue your government or your insurance to have more rights on for prevention. Let me highlight this. I'm really happy. One of a few people who are actually involved in this paper are here, or have been mentioned by other speakers before. This is actually the first time that an advising body advising the German government scientifically has made the case that we can actually do something to slow down aging, and that we should address it. Before that, that never happened. So there I have my hopes up. Again, making the case that it should not be for a privileged few, but that it should be right for everyone. This is because my talk was framed something like the European policy. So we have this concept of health in all policies already. It's not new, yeah? I'm just saying, so we need to get it into reality, which means if you do a law nowadays, what happens is you have, of course, a long paper next to it saying what it means financially. So I would like to see us is to really making of like a balance sheet saying, if we establish this or that regulation, what does it really, how does it impact the public health? How does it impact of our life expectancy? What we see now, for example, is that climate pollution, like fine particles, they're really cost us 2 years of healthy life expectancy, every person in the European Union. And I think this is, actually that's outrageous, but somehow you don't see so many people protesting yet, let's say, to change that. So I would just quickly go through that, maybe mentioning, oh wait, someone, sorry for that. So, quickly go back. So, I'm really happy to see that also the US now, we could be part of a coalition forming also they are campaigning for health span. And in the end, that's also great, no matter how we call it. We can call it longevity, we can call it healthy aging, as long as we all agree that we should do something to add more healthy life years. I think that's fine. So this is not the conclusion yet, but this is how I normally end my talks and mentioning. This is my 105-year-old grandmother, and she did not a lot to get that old. She always mentioned that her social context, this is what is her secret to life. But talking to her and then seeing other people, even 10 years, 20 years younger, in a much more frailer state really means we really need to address aging. So it's not just the health is not just for a privileged few, but for a lot of people. So just one last highlight maybe. In Germany now we got enough funding and pulled together a new think tank which is called PRIMA, Prevention and Innovation in Medicine and Aging. It will totally focus on lobbying, because we see that the scientists are there, they are convinced. We see the actual need to do something, but we also see that it doesn't really translate into politics yet. It's probably because, you know, if you're a politician, you have a lot of things to do. You're just elected for 4 or 5 years, you have wars, you have a lot of things which are which might be very acute and focus and shift your focus from other problems. So now, yeah, we got the funding and time to just focus on that. Also, if you maybe want to get in contact with us, and if you're a researcher, that would also be nice. So we will get a few more research funding projects done in the next year. So with that, I'm looking forward to the next speakers, and thank you for having me, and thank you for being here.